We are live this Thursday night, Friday night. I beg your pardon. I'm just going to open the shutters here on this beautiful door on this beautiful house and go live. Yep. So we're live here this Thursday night, and I am sitting in a beautiful eight. Oh, camera, what's not there? Oh, by the way, the camera tonight is my mobile phone, and that's why it's in a very precarious position, sitting on a bench, looking at me. So, and I'm going through an earpiece. So I do hope that you can hear me. Maria Spargiori, bella bella. Why are you on Facebook, Maria? Oh, don't tell me. You're on. You're watching me through your television set. I'm on TV. Welcome to the show. And hi, Lynn. Lovely to see both of you. Now, it's a special day in the United States, isn't it? So I'm not expecting to see a huge amount of people here. Carolyn Hawkey, welcome, darling. Good to see you. It sounds good and looks good, and yep, I'm coming through your TV. Right, right, yeah. If you're not watching me on YouTube, then you should be. So come off of Facebook, zoom in across over to YouTube, sign in, subscribe, and hit that like button. It's really vitally important you guys do that, because the more you guys hit that like button, as we roll into next month, as a gift, I'm going to give all the subscribers to my YouTube channel a copy of my album Rain, and that's being set up as we speak. It's Veterans Day in the United States, so a big um, to all the veterans, and thank you for your service. Dorothy Keegan is from Ireland. Dorothy, good evening. Shalongafoy. All the rest of the people are going, what did he say? Shalongafoy. And I'll just keep up between us because they can't speak Irish. Um, hey Carol, hey Paul, glad to see you today. Carol, thank you very much. Good to see you. Good to be here. Now, just give you a quick heads up, if you didn't already know why we're here tonight instead of last night, is that the internet, we had a big storm here, and the storm has rocked quite a few lines and so on and so forth. I don't mind stuff like that. It really doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's just a thing. As long as people are safe, as long as nobody got hurt, that's all I care about. It took out a few of the posts along this road here, and quite a few trees and branches and stuff. In fact, half of a tree landed in my backyard. So I was really surprised that we not only didn't sort of, I'm not surprised that we lost some of the internet service, but I'm surprised we didn't lose our power as well, to be honest with you. I was getting candles all set up and torches and stuff, and thinking, right, we're just going to have to go to bed early and that's it. But as it turned out, the power stayed on. So thank you to all the power companies, and well done for keeping it on. And the internet's a bit rocky, and apparently it's all going to be done and dusted by Tuesday for me. So there we go. Julie Sharp says, "Hey, Paul, hope everything's working." It's well, I'm talking you through my mobile phone. My cell, Americans call them cell phones. We call them here in the UK. We call them mobiles. I need to get a haircut this weekend. In fact, it's getting too long, and I haven't just basically hadn't had a chance to do it. Good evening, Dawn, my darling. Evening, Paul. The weather has been rough. Yes, it has, my darling. Dawn and I are, in terms of distance, we are roughly 5 miles apart. Five, yeah, thereabouts, 5 miles. I'm in a little tiny, beautiful area called Three Milestone, and Dawn is in the town itself in Truro City. And I think I'm roughly about 3 to 5 miles away from her. So she would have got the same weather as me. It doesn't seem when I was in the town, in the city this morning, it didn't seem to be that the city has been hurt too much by Storm Kieran or Cyclone Kieran or whatever the heck it is, Kieran. But we in the country we battered, flooding, battering, trees down, branches all over the place. All of the little tiny country lanes, basically where I live, horrible. But anyway, Dorothy says, can't speak our native tongue neither. Learn just a few phrases like sláinte. Sláinte. That's the Irish version of cheers. Sláinte. And Shalongafoil is hello, good evening. Right, so now as you guys know, you have me for an hour already. Um, she's in Shortsland then, so I'm 5 minutes away. Oh, there we go. I didn't realize. I thought you were at the far side of the city. I didn't realize you were right near me. I'm going to be here for maybe a week. Then we're gone. Please, God, let us be gone. Anyway, so as you know, Spirit Quest is not about me. It's about you. And you have me at your back and call for an hour already. So whatever you want to do, whatever you want to talk about, whatever questions you want, it is all down to you guys. So I am more than happy just to be a smorgasbord of data where I can help you. Where I can't help you, I'll quite honestly and openly tell you. I don't know the answer to that, but I will go and find out. I'm don't think yet of any of my shows. I will. I don't think I've actually. I don't think I've not been able to answer questions. There's quite a few people who've asked me questions based upon their own belief system, and when I don't answer it how they want, they get a wee bit uppity. But that's okay, you know. Whatever, you know. I don't get all bent out of shape if I don't believe in how people want to hear. I'll give them honest answers, you know. So, good evening, Sue. Welcome to the show. Hello there, Sue. How are you? Oh, good. My Chinese will be here at 8:30. uh, oh, you're Chinese. Where did you order your Chinese from, Don? Was it from the Three Milestone restaurant or in town? Guys, don't forget, as Lynn has just posted, don't forget, smash that like button for me. It's really important. Smash the like button and share the show. Invite your friends and family to become a member. It's really equally important for you to go there and get people to come and join the show. Get them to come and subscribe to the channel. Number one, in December, they're going to get a free album for everybody who's a subscriber to my YouTube channel. Is going to get a copy of my album Rain free of charge as a gift from me to you to say thank you for subscribing to my show. Plus, anybody who brings 10 new subscribers, they're going to get a 15-minute free session one-to-one with me. If they bring 20 new subscribers, they're going to get a half-hour free session with me one-to-one. So private reading free of time, free of charge. So get out there. Oh, for just getting 20 people to come and sign up to the subscription, get out there and make it happen. Eastern Dragon in town. I was born the year of the dragon, and I used to study a martial art called Chin Lum, which means golden dragon, Kung Fu. And I studied that for crikey, many years, and up to the point where I became an instructor. So back then, though, I was lean, mean, and super fit. Today, I am not. Can we get those readings? Can we get those readings to someone else other than ourselves if we win? You mean, can you gift that reading to someone? Is that what you're trying to ask me? Ah, there you go. You just wrote it, gifted. I would say in your family. Yeah, I'll do it for somebody within their family. Um, that being said, right, actually, good point. You just hit a memory. As we hit the first week in December, so I'm going to be working right up to the first week in December. So basically, from the 7th or 8th, whatever way it works out, of December onward, it's family time. I'm taking time off. I never work through Christmas, especially the final 2 weeks coming into Christmas. It's purely family. So depending on how the first part of December works will dictate how many shows I'm going to be doing. So those of you who want to purchase readings for family members as Christmas presents, then you need to get a hold of me really quickly, and we need to get you gift certificates. Alrighty, so I'll be able to get those gift certificates. You'll be able to give them as a gift to a family member for a 30-minute or an hour session with me, whatever you want to do. Carol says, Paul, how do you feel about New Year? And I'm praying for some wonderful things for us. What's your insight? Well, I said at the in 2022, I said this year, 2023, was going to be something eye-opening. Something is going to happen that's going to open the world's eyes. And what happened? The Tic Tac video came out, the video of the UFOs, and then more information came out from the American Navy, the American Air Force, and quite a few other air forces around the globe, all saying, yes, we have encountered, worked with, flew with, captured, worked on, interacted with beings from other planets. So I think that's a pretty big move to be zooming through, which changed this world. That is going to continue into 2024. Something else is going to happen in 2024 as well, which is going to really put, I would say, some of the governments on the back foot, because I think the people of the world have had enough of the BS, and we're now going to be saying, right, no, we're going to work as, that's what we're called mankind or humankind. We're all, it doesn't matter which part of this globe you come from, we're all on the same spaceship traveling through the same cosmos together. We all come into the world the same way and we'll all go out of it the same way. And it's time we dropped all this pathetic crap and get on with looking after this spacecraft that we call Earth. At the end of the day, if you think about it, that's what it is. It's a spacecraft. It's traveling through space. We're all on the same spacecraft together, yet we don't take any time out to look after it. So I think there's going to be more in that kind of a way as happening now. Carol, if you want to change your 2023, 24 for the better, then decide to do that and don't vary from that theme. Set yourself up a highway to your goals. So set up your goals. All right. So here's the thing that I did many moons ago, and it worked. Okay. I drew a big long highway, like an American highway. I kind of drew it on a nice piece of paper. Alrighty. And each sort of about every, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. So every 20 miles, 30 miles, 40 miles, 50 miles, whatever, in this picture, I put a goal. So I wrote in 10 miles, I'm going to hit this goal. Okay. In 20 miles, I'm going to hit that goal. In 30 miles, we're going to hit this goal. And in 40 miles, I'm going to hit that goal. And the goals were based upon whatever specifics that I wanted in my life at that time. And I made sure I hit each goal. And you know what? When you hit the first goal, it's elation. It's actually it's a wonderful feeling. When you hit the second goal, yeah, wow. When you hit the third, fourth, fifth, it actually becomes habitual. It becomes a habit to be a goal maker. You will achieve your goals. You'll actually it'll be a habit that you completely be successful in your life. So it's a tiny little exercise. Do it. You can do it like I did. I did it as a highway because I was being taught that through positive training. But you can, there's an idiot in the room. Alex Rhoda, do me a favor, go away. All right. We're going to all together. And this Alex Rhoda, then if you guys can go ahead and report this idiot to Facebook. Not that they'll do anything about it. Anybody who jumps onto anybody else's show like this, by the way, they are not legitimate people. They're not legitimate, definitely not legitimate psychics, because they can't drum up their own business. Tell you. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. You can do it any way you want. You can set it out in weeks, months, years, or you can set it out as I did. I just kind of drove down the highway, and I'm going to hit these goals all the way down the highway. But do you know what the high and the low of it is, Carol, and everybody else, by the way, who's listening? The high and the low of it is this: you can make massive changes to your life if you want to, right? Don't bother going for a goal half-hearted. Don't bother going for a goal 70 or 80% focused. Don't go for a goal 90% focused. Either go for the goal or don't go for the goal. Because either way, if you go for it 90% focused, there's a 10% chance you're going to miss that goal, in which case that's just wasted time. Go after your goals with total conviction and you will achieve them. All right. Have been doing goal setting for the last 2 years and it does completely work. It absolutely goes for that. And your life will be exactly as you want it to be, but you just have to set those goals. And it's your goals. It's not other people's goals. You don't set your goals because you want to impress somebody else in your family. You set your goals because you want to impress you. And when you become a goal achiever, then you impress the other people, and they all want to do what you're doing. They go, "Well, how do you keep doing that?" Well, I just do this. Give it a go. So you start teaching motivation and goal setting and goal achievement. And those goals can be anything. In the first month, you could be doing something as simple as saying, right, I'm going to walk a mile a day. And you achieve that within the first month. Second, I'm going to start swimming once or twice a week. You achieve that. It can be those small goals. They don't have to be massive, big goals like I'm going to lose 10 stone or whatever. Go for your goals, make them goals that are can be achieved, and then become habitual with your achieving your goals. All right, you can do it. Carol says, thank you for the confirmation. You have been such a big help to me always, and I'm so grateful that you were part of my life. Carol, that's very kind of you to say. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Paul, so much. It's exactly what I've been doing and releasing some of the people in love that are not for my highest good. Yes, indeedy. And it keeps me on task for what I feel I am here to do. So thank you again, Carol. You are very, very welcome. It can come across harsh when you hear me say, get rid of what does not serve you. There will be people in your life that are not good for you. They're not there. All they're going to do is hold you back. All they're going to do is fill you with dread, negativity, self-deprivating. They'll fill you with your belief that you cannot be whatever you want to be. You don't need them in your lives. Anybody who uses the phrase, yeah, but whoosh, out, gone. And I don't think twice about them anymore. I get so many morons, saying that I'm a cheat, a liar, and I'm a con artist and all that BS. And you know what? They do not, I don't even flick an eyelid. I don't care. I go, bump, delete, next. Bump, delete, blocked, next. And I don't give them a second thought. Because what I used to do is I'd get very, very heated up about it because I'm not a liar, I'm not a cheat, I'm not a thief, and I'm not a con artist. There was a few that kept pushing, so I said to them, "Okay, you called me a liar, cheat, a con artist." They're going, "Yeah." I said, "That's deprivation of character. You're going to find yourself in front of a judge very shortly." Boom, they disappeared really quickly. But at the end of the day, it's not what they think that's important. It's what I think of me that's important. What they think doesn't even come into play. It's what I think of me that's important. I know I'm not a thief. I know I'm not a liar. I know I'm not a con artist. So start from there. My father, my dear dad, on the last conversation we had together, and I think of this conversation as a motivation constantly. And he was in his bed, and he was very, very ill. He wasn't very. It wasn't that long afterwards that he crossed over. But my dad had a way that he just couldn't get to the point straight away. He just couldn't. Like, I'll walk in and I'll go, "Hey guys, listen, I've been thinking about this. Tell me about that." Whereas my dad would go, "Right." If he came to me and he'd say, "Oh, come and sit down," and I'd sit down, and he's right. So and he'd ask me a load of other questions, and so I went on with the conversation. And then my dad had a habit. He wore his glasses sort of slightly down off his nose like that, and he had a habit of looking over his nose like that, So his eyes sort of were over the rim of his glasses like that. And he looked at me and he said, and I promise you, please forgive me if this offends you. I don't mean this to be offensive in any way, shape, or form, but it's my dad's words verbatim. He looked at me like, and he went, "That shit you do, is it real?" I laughed. I genuinely laughed. And I said to him, right, okay, Dad, rather than me try and convince you, how about we go from here? And I said to him, Dad, you've known me all my life. And he said, yeah, I do. And I said, so, okay, am I the kind of person that would rip somebody off or lie and steal and con or even, and especially at the darkest moments of their life? And he said, God, no. He said, you can't. He said, you couldn't do that. It's not in you to be any kind of, you can't even steal a sweetie from a shop. It's not, that's not who you are. That's not your makeup. And I said, right. So let's start from there. Let's get rid of all the negative thinking. Let's get rid of all of the subversive thinking that other people have said in you. And let's start from there. So you know I'm not a liar. You know I'm not a cheat. And I'm not a thief. He goes, right. I said, so everything I do then is real. It's real, Dad. And then I only had to mention to him, I had to explain to him what would happen, what happens when he lets go. I only had to say that my mom, his wife, my mom, will cross him over, will meet him and help him cross over. That's all I had to say to him. And that made his time absolutely brilliant from the moment I left him till the moment he crossed. Because all he was thinking about was he was going to get back to see my mother again. And that made me happy. I mean, I said to him, and again, everything I'm saying to you guys is honest and true, and this is what happened. I said to him, Dad, I don't want you to leave. I don't want you to go. I want you to stay here. I said, that's me being selfish. That's my selfishness. I want you here. I want to pick up the phone to you. I want to talk to you because a son wants to pick up the phone to his dad because his dad has got the answers. And when you're gone, who's got the answers? So I explained for him to hang around was me being selfish. But once I explained the crossing over process and the fact that energies are real and they carry on and the soul's progression is real and mom will be there and his parents and brothers and sisters, etc. He slept for the rest right through to the following morning without any medication. He woke up the following morning very, very happy. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for when he woke up, but I did say goodnight to him because I was flying back to the UK the following morning. But it's it's your mindset that sets you up for what you want and what you want to attract, because the law of attraction is a real, real thing. So what you give off mentally as energy, you attract mentally as energy. All right. It's like I always explain to people this. Do you remember your first car? Most people remember the first car. So I'll say, okay, what was your first car? So and whatever. Here in the UK, most people start off with small cars and something like a Ford Fiesta. And I say, so you got into your Ford. What color is your Ford Fiesta? And just for the purpose of this conversation, I'm going to say it was red. Okay, so you got into your red Ford Fiesta and you're driving down the road, and then you start to see other Fiestas and they're going, yeah, that's right, yeah. And then you see a red Fiesta. You go, oh, look, there's one like just like me. And then because you're not noticing everything that's exactly the same as what you've got. So imagine you're getting into your Ford Fiesta and it's a negative. It's a negative car. Yeah, and everything's negative. So all you will start to notice on that road is the other negative Ford Fiestas. So I always say, right, okay, in that case, pull the negative Ford Fiesta to the side of the road, get out of it, and get into the positive one and drive it. And then you'll start to notice all the positive Ford Fiestas on the road. So it's how you change your mindset. And sometimes it's a real just go, boom, stop. No, that's it. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Okay. Not having it. And you have to make a literally sometimes a verbal no. That's it. I'm not going to, there's no more of this negativity going on. I'm not choosing negativity. I don't conform to negativity in any way, shape, or form. I especially don't conform to guilt. And, and that's it. And sometimes if you make that absolute decision, try it. You'll be surprised at how quickly your day changes, and it'll change for the better. Mandy Bennett says, "Good evening, Paul. Something you literally just said has hit home, and obviously the reason I've logged on in to watch you tonight. Sorry to jump ahead of what you're talking about, but are you still doing one-to-one readings, stroke advice? If so, can I book?" And thank you again, Mandy. Yes, I am. I'm doing reads, private one-to-ones right up until the first, definitely the first week of December, and then I shut down because I believe December is family time. So yes, and all you got to do is private message me or email me, paul at paulfrancis111.com. So paul at paulfrancis111.com. So if you email me through there, I'll get the email and we'll figure out a date. Maria's laughing ahead of. Dorothy says, my Fiat Panda washing machine on wheels, I remember them, remember my first car. And now, isn't it funny? All of you immediately went to your first car. Your memory went to your first car. Right. Okay. I want you to be honest with me right now. Everybody in the room, be honest with me right now. Okay. Let's have a read. Sue's got to say, I got to go now. I got to put the twins to bed. We'll watch on replay. Love to everyone here. Sue, when you put them to bed, jump back on again. We might be still on, but if we're not, I'll talk to you later, my darling. Thank you for being here, my sweetheart. Appreciate it. So basically, as soon as I said, I want you to reply in the comments below really, really quickly, please. Once I said your first car, everybody's mind went boom to their first car. And I can guarantee you, the first thing you did was smile, like, oh yeah, oh yeah. And it doesn't matter if your first car was a Fiat Panda washing machine on wheels. It doesn't matter. One of my first cars was a Fiat 127. Okay, the little putt-putt. And you know what? I have nothing but brilliant memories with it. I have nothing but great memories. So my point being here is you can go back to those memories at any point, at any time, especially if you're not having a good day. Just close your mind, shut your eyes, and think of a great time, like your first car, like something that will bring you joy, that brought absolute joy in your life. Just think about that, and then you can readdress the issues with a different point of view, because your memory and your energy will have changed, and then you can look at the issue you're dealing with from a fresh perspective. Give it a shot. Okay, let's have a look at what everybody's doing. How much are the readings? Just PM me for that. I don't talk about that one live on stage. Red Camaro with white top, vroom vroom, raced with raced it for pink slips, and I still have it in the garage. All right, so you're a police officer, Maria, that breaks the law, huh? You do realize that that statement can be used against you in a court of law. There was a guy, I can't remember where he was from. He was, I don't know, I can't remember where he was from, but he wasn't from the UK. And he was dumb enough to record himself driving his Ferrari at 160 miles per hour and then stuck it up on YouTube. And he was snatched by the police. His car was taken off of him. I think he got 3 months in prison and a fine that he's probably still paying for today. So he was dumb enough to record it and stick it. If you want to do something like that and record it, keep it private. Okay. But Maria, nobody's going to give you any grief for racing for pink slips, because pretty much everybody has done stuff like that in the past. I did. I broke a car in half. Try that. Carol says a brown Pinto. Hey, it doesn't matter if it was a brown Pinto. Did it bring you happiness? That's what it's all about. Did it bring you joy? Dorothy says it was a rust bucket, but made me so happy with the freedom. There you go. There you go. That's what it's all about. It's about the happiness. It's about the joy, the freedom. And I can't remember. I can't remember literally. I remember I was working as a chef in one of the top hotels in Ireland, and nobody knew anything. Next thing, I get a call from reception saying, "Hey, listen, Paul, can you come up to reception? There's a friend of yours here who wants to speak to you." And I said, "Yeah, I'll be up in 5 minutes." So I literally left the kitchen, went through the hotel up to the reception. All right, who is it? And it was my best mate, Collie. And I said, "Right, mate." I said, "How'd you get here?" He said, "I drove." And I went, "You went? You drove?" And he went, "Yeah, we didn't. He didn't never told anybody he was going for his driving test. None of us, the rest of us, had our tests at the time." So he turned up in his dad's little van. Oh, that was the joy. Off we went from then. Oh, and myself, Colin, Kieran, Candy, Davey, Mark, we have been mates since our teenage years, and it's just joy, absolute joy. I have a 1981 Fiat X19 in your. Maria, you got a bit of a collection going on there. A Fiat X19, they're worth a few quid now. They're worth a few dollars these days. That was then, and now I was young. Yeah, yeah, of course it is. I'm pretty confident you've still got a lead foot, Maria. My first car was a Peugeot 307 in blue called Millie. I loved that car, and it went like a pocket rocket. But my mom and dad had a Mitsubishi, a Colt Lancer Mitsubishi sports car, and I got to drive that. It was like ooh. And the speed car, I had a Mitsubishi Sapporo, which was quite a meaty car. That was quite a woof. But the fastest car I've ever owned was a Peugeot. Oh, what the heck was it? Oh gosh, I forgot what it is now. Peugeot something 1.9. Peugeot. Anyway, it was a little pocket rocket, and it was a sports car. It was a normal little two-door Peugeot. It was 1.9 XOR or something like that. But anyway, oh my God, that car was light as a feather and scary. I remember driving it back from the guy I bought it and scared myself on the way back. Uh, a Peugeot something 1.9 sports. Oh my God, that was scary. Carol says yes, and I'm still. You keep smiling, girl. You keep smiling. That's what's up. Richard, hi, welcome to the show. Good to see you. No thanks. I look at a VW flying. Amanda's in the house. Amanda's in the house. Amanda, good to see you. Welcome to the show. Guys, don't forget it's really important that you smash those likes. Smash the likes. Make the likes work. Hit the like button and share the show. Mary, Eric said, hello, Mary. Hello, Paul, everyone. I liked and shared you on your YouTube. Still having issues with communicating on it, though my first car was a red AMC Hornet. Loved it. It's wonderful how much energy in the room tonight when everybody's just literally thinking about their first cars. How cool is that? My Camaro had nitrous bottle in it, as did my 1973 Pinto station wagon. I had a 302 engine. And oh my God, you're a bit of a. I've noticed that my. Oh God, there he goes, knocking things over. I've noticed that my lovely, beautiful little daughter Maya is a bit of a speed demon. She's 16 years old and she knows her cars already. And she's like, "Hey, Dad, do you think I could get a bike?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Oh, a little moped, to get." I said, "Baby, it's not. I've never seen a motorcycle kill anybody, never once. Okay, It's what other people do on. It's other people hitting the motorcycles that tend to kill you. Um, so no, and the roads are way, way, way too busy for bikers now, and too many friends and too many people have been mashed on little scooters and little mopeds. So I said no. In all honesty, I think everybody in the world who's going for a driving license should be made to ride a motorcycle or a scooter for 6 months before being able to go for your driving test, because when you ride a bike on the road, you become far more road aware. You become much, much more aware on a bike than you do in a car. You become complacent in a car. Um, it's definitely words of days, Maria. My first car was a Ford. A Ford what? Cartic? What that? What's a Cartical? However, it didn't drive. One of the Peugeot 107. Yeah, I remember Peugeot 107s. Good to see you too, Amanda. The fastest I've had is a C63 Mercury, says Don. Man, that was a scary fast. You're talking about Peugeot 1.9 GTI. That's the one. I'd gone blank. My mind went just blank. I had a red Peugeot 1.9 GTI, and it was called the Pocket Rocket. And oh my God, did that thing shift. Amanda had, I didn't know you had have you got a driving license, Amanda? I didn't think you had. I'm sorry. I automatically assumed that you didn't have a driving license. Nothing wrong with having, no, there's nothing wrong with having a little fun. Merc, not a Mercury. I was thinking, what the hell's there is a car called a Mercury, but it's an American car, and I thought maybe you're an American car chick. How bizarre. My first car sat in the driveway of my house for 2 months, and a friend of mine said she would bring me for a lesson, and I was only meant to drive in the village at the time in Sargent. Oh, tell you what, driving through Dublin, that's an experience. I've driven through Dublin and I've driven through London, and I'm not too sure which one's the worst. I kid you not. I've driven through Dublin on numerous occasions, and I've driven through London on quite a few occasions, and I literally don't know which one's worse. It is a Cortina. I got you. Yeah, my dad had a Cortina, Carolyn. Um, the Ford Cortina. Yeah. Oh God, I remember many, 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 many moons. We had, that was our family car, Ford Cortina Mark II or Mark III. I can't remember, Mark II or Mark III, whatever it was. We had a Nova GTE in my boy racer days, and they used to get nah. I've never been beaten in a Nova or an Astra GTE. None of them kept up with it. So no, the Vauxhalls could not touch a Peugeot's. Even today, I remember that Top Gear did a comparison, and they had the Astra GTE and they had the Peugeot 1.9 GTI and the Volkswagen Golf, and they had the three the versions that we had, and then the newer versions, and the newer versions couldn't touch them. And the one that wiped all of them off was the 1.9 GTI. Yes, I've got a driving license. My first car was a Peugeot 205 GTI. Oh, because she was posh. First time I drove my own was in Hong Kong. That's why you drive like that. Gotcha. Janine Williams. Hello, my lovely friend. How are you? How are you? I'm okay. Hugs to you. Janine, same to you. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Glad you're here. We're having just a bit of discussion. And really, what I'm showing everybody is the discussion is changing your whole energy about your day and about well, as you're changing your mindset, because we're all talking about stuff that brings happiness to us, it's changing your day for the better. Dorothy says both as bad as each other. Deadly places to drive in. Deadly. Oh, I tell you what. Mm, I'm trying to think about the worst place that I drove. The worst place that I drove. Where would I think the worst place that I could not wait to get out of? I think it was either Bristol or Birmingham. I couldn't remember. I can't remember which. Bristol or Birmingham. They just didn't make Bristol. I'm sure it was Bristol. None of the roads made sense. Well, the roads all made sense, but the idiots in Bristol who decided to make one-way things just who sat down and thought this up, you know. Carol Fitzgerald Horton says New Orleans, Louisiana. Is that a bad place to drive? And I mean, the only time I've ever seen New Orleans is when you have the Mardi Gras, and I'm seeing them on TV and stuff. And then, of course, when they had the floods there, that was all over TV. I've always said I'd love to go and visit there. I actually remember talking to my manager at the time a few years back when I said that when we were setting up the tour just before COVID hit, for America, I said I wanted to do Louisiana. I said I wanted to do a show in Louisiana because I can imagine a show in Louisiana being phenomenal. But obviously, COVID hit and nothing ever happened. So it'll be next year before if we do a tour. We've got a few things on, such as Netflix and stuff like that, that we're working on first. Jenny Spaghetti, hey Paul, Jenny, hey Jen, how are you, darling? Good to see you. It's a very spiritual place, yeah, yeah, it is. They're very and very multicultural in relation to multi spiritual as well. You know, different types of religions all cross divide over there, which is cool. You know. When I learned to drive, I never wanted the lessons to end. I enjoyed driving that much. Passed first time with my driving test at Linfern. Oh, did you? 3 times before I passed, but we found out, and you can actually Google this, but there was a con thing going on where I lived, and they were failing people just so that a group of driving instructors would get more business, and the test examiners were getting backhanders for it. So I think I should have passed on my second. I was really nervous on my first one, so I don't, but my second one, it should have been, no, I should have passed. In fact, I told the examiner, get out of the car. He was like, no need, get out, get out now. And I got out, and I went the following week. I remember I went to a completely different town. I tried to drive off with the handbrake on. I crossed my hands, and yet I still passed. There you go. How are you? I'm good, Jenny. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm good. I learned to drive in Massachusetts, and in Beaton, was a bit crazy to drive through. Yeah, I can, all you lovely people in the United States, you drive in the wrong side of the road. So I can imagine it's been really difficult to learn to drive in America because you all drive in the wrong side of the road. Don't drive a car, just myself around the bend at times. Um, Driving, I love driving. It's actually, I can literally just let go. I can, it's almost like meditation for me. I love driving, and I love driving big vehicles. Actually, I love anything with an engine, and power. I love motor, any kind of motors. So motorcycles, cars, planes, boats, especially trucks. I love driving trucks. Love it. You meant Boston, Boston. Third time for me. It was for you too. It was to suit the manual. I'm sort of an. Well, actually, you know what? The thing about it is, Carolyn, is most cars, well, pretty much 100% of cars in the future will all be automatic. So when I was talking to Maya the other day, and she said, "No, I'll probably just take my automatic test," and I said, "No, go and take your full test. When you take your full test, you can drive anything. If you take your automatic test, you can only drive automatic cars." And she goes, "Well, yeah, but all cars are going to be automatic." And I said, "Yeah, all new cars. But what about a collection of cars? Say I've got Ferraris, or I've got, sports cars, and they're all shift. What are you going to do then?" She went, "I'll take the full test then." She said, "Yeah, take the full test." Dawn Hatham's husband has got some good trucks. Oh, he has, has he? Mm, I'll have to have a look. We drive in the wrong side of the road. We talk funny. Hmm? Yeah, you do. Y'all talk funny. Y'all talk funny over there. Y'all don't know. It's like y'all don't talk. Y'all don't talk right. My husband has three big lorries. One's a crane lorry. You'd love. I'd love. You're right. I would love them. I'd love big trucks. Love them. I love power. Ooh, good power. In the 1980s, do you remember there was a film by trucks? What was it called? Oh, Rubber Duck. Oh God, there's a movie all about truckers. That was good stuff. I don't speak like that, y'all. Yeah, you do. I know you do, Maria. Y'all speak so like that. Convoy. That's it, Amanda. Convoy. Convoy. Do 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 do. Another favorite of mine in the 1980s was Dukes of Hazzard. Oh my God, you couldn't go wrong with a Dukes of Hazzard. Airwolf. Oh, anything with power. Smokey and the Bandit. Loved Smokey and the Bandit. Big Ben. We were about to put the hammer down. um, the Bandit got years on. Convoy, Smokey and the Bandit. Just yeah, all great movies. And once again, everybody's smiling thinking about those. One of my favorite movies has been um, has been re-released. Jaws. They're talking about making a new version of Jaws. Actually, love the Dukes of Hazzard. The new Dukes of Hazzard is actually really good as well. I love. Yeah, I know why you love chips because they're little Italian and tanned, sitting on their little bags. And, hi, whatever. What about Knight Rider? Knight Rider. Now you're talking. Knight Rider. That was a cool car. But my favorite, I never missed an episode of Airwolf. That was one of my favorites. Would you believe we've been yapping on for 50 minutes? Well, 47 minutes. Wow. What are you questioning? Airwolf was Chips was like too girly for me. Way too girly. And their big cruiser bikes that didn't really do much. Nah. I was a big Evil Knievel and Eddie Kidd fan, so I was stuff like that. And at the time, I was into motorcycle racing as well. Not me, I was into watching it. I was a fan of the sport. But Chips is a wee bit too girly for me. No disrespect meant to the guys in Chips, but too girly for me. Jaws was one of my favorite. I liked Jaws 1, 2, and 3. After that, it became a little bit silly. Chips was Chip, Highway Patrol, Eric Estrada. Definitely not Italian. Oh, okay. Well, where are you from? Yes, my Chinese is here. Oh, well, you can. The A Team, brilliant. The new version of the A Team is really good as well. Actually, have you seen Bullet? I probably have, Mary. Yeah, Steve McQueen, and he had a famous. What was the car he had in Bullet? I think it was what was it? Not Stallion. It was. Ah. Anyway, I know there's a famous car in Bullet. Starsky and Hutch, yeah, it was a Ford as well. I liked Eric Estrada. I do like Eric Estrada. Starsky and Hutch's was a Ford Grand Torino. That's what theirs was, a Ford Grand Torino. That was a great car. I remember a lot of guys used to get the Starsky and Hutch stripe on their car, well, no matter what color their car was, the Starsky and Hutch stripe. Um, oh God, I'm trying to think of what the car was in Bullet. I can't think. It'll come to me in a minute. Mustang. Yes, Mustang GT. It was the Ford Mustang GT. And the Trans Am was Knight Rider and Smokey and the Bandit. Oh, I know my cars. I know my cars. Well, listen, guys, it's been an absolute ball talking to you. Have you enjoyed the evening? We've got about 10 minutes left, so if you want to ask me any questions, who 1968 Mustang GT. And Gone in 60 Seconds. That's a good film. Speaking of cars, Gone in 60 Seconds. Just got to get some water. See all this stuff though. We're chatting here now. But your whole day and evening has changed because it's lightened your mood. It's put happiness in your mind, and you're now in a position where you're going to enjoy the rest of your day or your evening. Knight Rider was not a Trans Am, at least not Smoking the Bandit was Pontiac Trans Am. Well, it's a Trans Am then. When it God, Maria's in there. She's got her. She just wants to argue for the sake of arguing. It was a Trans Am. It wasn't a Pontiac Firebird. Um, although my daughter said to me the other day, she goes, "Dad, did you see the Mustang?" And I was like, "How the hell do you know what a Mustang is?" Um, was there any other? I mean, I don't know how old you guys are, but there's that other film that was famous film with the chopper bikes in it. Which that I didn't really like the chopper bikes, and chopper bikes don't do it for me. That famous 1970s film with the two chopper bikes in it, Robert Redford and whoever the other one was. I never liked chopper bikes. So Knight Rider was Kit Car. No, Kit Car. It wasn't called Kit Car because it was a Kit Car, you silly sausage. Um, KIT stood for Knight Industries 2000. That's what that stood for. The Knight Industries 2000. That's what KIT stood for. Easy Rider, Amanda. Yeah, I never did anything from here. Any new job operations come from me? I don't know, Jenny. I've no idea. If you love cars, run to the sun. Yeah, oh yeah, run to the sun down here is a big thing. Easy Rider with Jack Nicholson and Robert Redford, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah, it's all about that. Jenny, I have no idea. I don't do reads on a Thursday or Friday night. I said that, yeah, I don't know. I'm not as weird questions about reads. If you want a new job, go and get it one. Go and make it happen. If it's to be, it's up to me. Get up, make it happen. If you want a new job, go and find one. Go and do something you love. Go and enjoy life. It's up to you. It's not up to Spirit to get you a job for you. Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper. Dennis. Um, and then of course there was the Bond cars. All of the Bond cars, no matter which ones there were, all the Bond cars were lush. From right from the very start right through to the very end, all of them, even including the BMW it was Z4, I think it was, but it was all right. Love the Beatles, Amanda. I absolutely loved the Beatle cars. I had a Beetle that said "Gone Bananas" on it. Most people put the Herbie connection to that. I also had minis. I had two or three minis. I really enjoyed minis. The only car I know for sure is a Mini. I love the film Herbie. Professionals Ford Capri. Ford Caprice didn't do it for me, Carolyn. I didn't understand why everybody was like all over the place with a Ford Capri. Didn't get it. I just never got them. Never understood Ford Caprice. Thanks for sharing your thoughts on cars today. It's made us think about our past and some good times we had. That's the whole idea, Carol. That's exactly the whole idea. And get out there. And we got 6 minutes left. So if you want, is there any thoughts, any questions on processes or anything like that you want to ask me? By all means, just fire away. Um, in relation to Jenny, what I can help Jenny with is life isn't dictated to you. You dictate to it. Okay. If you want to make your life stronger, bigger, happier, more wealthier, then it's up to you, not up to Spirit. Okay. It's up to you. It's up to you to open that front door, walk out there and go, right, I'm ready to take this on. and go and find the job you want. Go and find the outcome you want, the goals, the ambitions. Nobody's going to do it for you. I don't, I literally will give my children advice, but it's up to them, the path they walk. It's up to them. So, and I must be doing things right because they all get up, they've all got good jobs. Even my little 16-year-old daughter who's at college has two jobs as well. She's working in a hairdresser's and she's working in a big retail store at the same time. So it's really cool. So it's about getting up and making things happen for yourself. That's what it's about. It's not about other people putting thoughts in your mind. It's not all about other people doing stuff for you, because then how can you really say, well, I achieved that? No, you didn't. Somebody else did it for you. You haven't achieved anything until you get out there and make it happen. Volkswagen camper vans, good memories with my dad and mom many, many moons ago. But I tell you what, Dorothy, if you had the Volkswagen camper vans today, they're worth a fortune, an absolute fortune. That's so true. I have to try hard. I'm still at college at 60. But it keeps you feeling young, doesn't it, Amanda? Be determined, believe, achieve, patience, and is the key. Believe, believe in yourself and achieve. Dream, believe, achieve. That's what I've always written down. Dream what you want, and make it in your mind's eye what you want. Believe in yourself and achieve your goals. Right, guys, we're at the end of the night. I will be back with you Tuesday night because it seems to work better on Tuesdays for everybody and me too. So have a fantastic weekend, and whatever you do, enjoy. Bring the energy into your life. Make things happen for yourself, and enjoy your life to the max. Okay, communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life so that a medium like myself never has to do it for you. Okay, but the world is yours. It's up to you to make it happen how you want it to be. Okay. If you settle for everything that's dealt to you, then you're subservient. If you go after what you want, then you're in charge. Oh, Sue's just come back on. We better hang on for 5 minutes because she's worked hard. She's got those twins to bed. Now she's back. Good to see you, darling. I hope they get the kids are down and safe, and you've had a lovely night. Lynn toured Ireland north and south in a VW camper van. Oh, there you go. They're worth a fortune. And you trying to buy a Volkswagen camper van in the southwest of the UK, even the ones that are in crap condition, they still go for ridiculous money. Ridiculous. If you've got a proper original splitty, you're talking anything up to 40, 50,000 pounds for a splitty, 70,000 pounds in some cases. They go for serious money. Thank you for uplifting Friday evening lessons to all. No, it's okay. You got to get some rest. Hopefully they will sleep through. Yeah, I'm gonna have some rest in a minute. Gonna have some food and I'm gonna chill out. Dawn's gonna have her dinner. I'm gonna have mine. Manda, good night. God bless. And if you're in town tomorrow, I might get the opportunity to stick my head in and say hello. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for your support. Please, 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 everybody watching the show, smash that like button, please. And then please share the show. Share it with your friends, share it with your families, and especially share it with your groups. Please, please, please watch the show. But it's really important to me for you to smash that like button. Alrighty? I'll see you all on Tuesday if I don't see you before. Good night. God bless.